right, let's get real for a second. We're not talking about some pie in the sky dream of endless golf days or sipping margaritas on the beach, although hey, that sounds pretty good right about now. Nope, we're diving into the nitty gritty of what it really takes to prep for retirement when you're part of our generation. You know, the generation that's all about balance, hard work, play hard, and now planning on what's coming next.
Yeah, we've lived through it all. Grunge, the dot-com boom, Y2K, and now the roller coaster of prepping for retirement. But don't worry, we're here to break it all down. Step by step, no fluff, just honest talk. So whether you're thinking about downsizing, moving to a 55 plus community, or just figuring out how to make your money last, we've got you covered.
Now, before we get into all that, if you're thinking about making that next big move, we are your go-to team for making everything 55 plus or downsizing a breeze. With our coast-to-coast connections, we have got your back. So go ahead and click on that link below and let's set up a Zoom.
So you're standing at the crossroads and retirement isn't just a distant idea anymore. It's on the horizon and let's face it, there's a mix of excitement and sheer terror. But don't sweat it, we've got your back. We're going to walk you through everything you need to know to prepare for retirement like a boss.
Step 1, get your finances in order. I know the last thing you want is a lecture about saving more or cutting back on your daily latte. But hey, here's the deal. The retirement is only as secure as the plan you've got in place. It's time to revisit those 401ks, those IRAs, and whatever else you've got stashed away. Now, let's make sure your money is working as hard as you have.
Let's dig a little deeper. We're talking about reviewing your retirement accounts. Are they diversified enough? Have you maxed out your contributions? And what about those old 401ks from jobs that you left years ago? Are they just sitting there collecting dust? It might be time to roll them over into something that's actually going to grow.
Now, and don't forget about the Roth IRA. If you haven't opened up one, now might be the time to do so. With a Roth, your withdrawals in retirement are tax-free. That's right, tax-free. It's like a little gift for your future self.
But it's not just about saving, it's also about spending smart. Start thinking about your retirement budget now. What are your fixed expenses going to be? Housing, healthcare, transportation, those things aren't going away. But you also need to factor in the fun stuff like travel, hobbies, spoiling the grandkids. It's all part of the plan.
And speaking about spending, now's a good time to tackle any lingering debt. High interest rate credit cards, car loans, even that second mortgage, get it paid down as much as you can. The less debt you carry into retirement, the more freedom you'll have to live life on your terms.
And here's a tip that's pure Gen X. Leverage technology to track your finances. Apps like Mint, YNAB, that's You Need a Budget, or Personal Capital can help you keep an eye on your spending and savings goals. It's like having a financial planner right in your pocket.
Next up, Social Security. Now, it's not the most thrilling topic, but it's crucial. You've been paying into the system your whole work life, and so let's be sure that you're getting the most out of it. First things first, when do you plan to start taking those benefits?
Did you know that the age that you start collecting Social Security can significantly impact how much you receive each month? If you start at 62, you get less per month than if you wait until your full retirement age, which is somewhere between 66 and 67 for us. And if you can wait till 70, you get even more. It's like getting a raise just for being patient.
But waiting isn't always the best move. If you've got health concerns or you just plain need the money, starting earlier might make sense. This is where a financial planner can actually really help. Someone who can run the numbers and help make the best decision for your situation.
And don't forget about spousal benefits. If you're married, you and your spouse can strategize on when to claim benefits to maximize your total household income. It's a bit of a chess game, but the payoff is worth it.
And one more thing, if you're still working while collecting Social Security, be aware of the earnings limit. If you earn more than a certain amount, your benefits could temporarily be reduced. But don't worry, it's not a permanent hit. Once you reach full retirement age, the Social Security Administration recalculates your benefits to give you the credit for your benefits that were withheld.
Let's get on to step 3, and that's evaluate your living situation. So let's talk about where you're gonna live. That dream home that you bought 20 years ago might feel a bit like a ball and chain right now. Kids are gone and suddenly that 5-bedroom monster doesn't feel as necessary. So downsizing could be your smartest move, not just for your wallet, but for your sanity. Less space, less stuff, more freedom. Sounds like a win, right?
But it's not all about downsizing, it's about right sizing. What do you actually need in a home right now? Maybe it's less square footage, or maybe it's about functionality. A smaller, more modern home could be just what you need to simplify your life, cut down on the maintenance, plus, with a little less house to clean and take care of, you might have more time to do things that you actually enjoy, like golf.
And then there's the idea of moving to a 55 and better community. Imagine living in a place where everything is designed for the next chapter of life. Low maintenance and high enjoyment. We're talking amenities like pools, golf courses, fitness centers, and a built-in social scene. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're here to help you weigh those pros and cons so you can make the choice that's right for you.
Of course, not everybody's ready to make a move to a 55 and better community. Maybe you're not ready to give up that family home, or you love the neighborhood that you don't want to leave. That's cool too. I mean, the key is to think about what's going to make you the happiest and most comfortable in the long run.
And don't forget to consider the cost of living in different areas. If you're thinking about relocating, whether it's across town or across the country, do your homework. Look at the property taxes, the cost of utilities, and even the groceries. All those things add up, and you want to make sure that your new home fits within your retirement budget.
And here's the thought, what about renting? I know. We've been conditioned to think that owning is always better, but in retirement, renting could actually give you the flexibility to try out different places without the commitment of buying. Plus, no maintenance headaches, just pack up and go when you're ready to change scenery.
All right, on to step 4, and that's healthcare planning.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes, but a must. Now, it might sound a bit morbid, but just stick with us for a second. We know it's not the fun part of planning, but it's absolutely crucial. Look into Medicare options, long-term care insurance, and most importantly, make sure you're not leaving your future to chance.
Yeah, right. So Medicare, that kicks in at 65, but it's not a one-size-fits-all deal. You've got choices. Original Medicare, Medicare Advantage, Part D for prescriptions. Each one has its pros and cons, and the wrong choice could cost you big time down the road.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to look into that in the next 10 years.
I think so.
And of course, there's long-term care insurance. Look, nobody wants to think about needing help with the basic things like dressing or bathing, but the reality is many of us will need some kind of long-term care at some point. And the earlier you plan for it, the better, because the older you get, the more expensive it becomes.
And here's another exciting topic. Let's talk about another option, and that is Medigap policies. These are supplemental insurance plans that can help cover the costs that Medicare doesn't. Again, it's about making sure that you are fully covered so you don't get hit with unexpected bills that can drain your retirement savings.
And there's something else to consider. If you're retiring before 65, what's your plan for health insurance until Medicare kicks in? COBRA can be an option, but it's pricey. You might also look into the healthcare marketplace or even a part-time job that offers benefits. It's all about bridging that gap without going broke.
One more thing on healthcare, don't forget about your health itself. Staying active, eating right, getting regular checkups can go a long way in preventing costly medical issues down the road. We are Gen X, we're tough, but hey, we're not invincible. Take care of yourself so you can enjoy your retirement to the fullest.
All right, we're gonna go on to step number 5, and that is lifestyle planning. So what do you actually want to do with your time? Do you want to travel, start a new hobby, maybe even start a small business? Retirement isn't the end, it's a new beginning. And we're on our journey to figure all of this out, and we're taking you with us because we want to live our next chapter to the fullest.
So let's start with travel. That's one thing that we are very much interested in. If you've got the travel bug, retirement is the perfect time to scratch that itch. Now, but before you look into round-the-world cruises, think about what kind of travel you really enjoy. Are you more of a slow traveler who likes to immerse yourself in one place for a while, or do you prefer a fast-paced adventure? Knowing your style will help you budget and plan your trips for the better.
Yeah, I think we're a little bit of both.
Yeah, a little bit of, what is that, rock and roll? A little bit of country. Yeah.
A little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll. And speaking of budgeting, don't forget to include travel in your retirement budget. It's easy to get carried away with seeing the excitement of the world, but you don't want to blow through your savings in the first few years of retirement.
That would suck.
Plan your trips carefully, look for deals, and consider traveling in the off-season to save some money.
But travel isn't the only thing to think about. What about hobbies that you've always wanted to try but never had time for? Whether that's painting, woodworking, gardening, or even learning a new language. Now's the chance to dive in. And let's not forget, many hobbies are a great way to meet new people and stay social, which is super important as you transition into retirement.
And of course, for those of you who aren't ready to fully retire, there's always the option of starting a small business or going part-time in your current field. Maybe you have that passion project that you've always dreamed of turning into a business. Or maybe you just want to stay active and engaged in your industry. Either way, retirement does not have to mean the end of your working life. It's just a new chapter.
And another important aspect of lifestyle planning is staying connected with your community. Whether it's through volunteering, joining clubs, or just staying in touch with friends and family, having a strong social network is key to a happy, fulfilling retirement. Plus, it keeps you engaged and gives you a sense of purpose, which is something we all need, no matter what stage in life we're in.
Now let's not forget about the big picture. What is your legacy? Retirement is the perfect time to think about the impact that you want to leave behind. Whether it's through charitable giving, mentoring the next generation, or just being there for your loved ones. Now's the time to start thinking about how you can make a difference in this world.
All right, enough of that. Let's talk about something that's not always easy to discuss, and that is estate planning.
This is a lot.
Yes.
It's a lot.
2 thumbs up on estate planning. Now, it's not just about making sure that your stuff goes to the right people after you're gone. It's about making sure your wishes are respected and that your loved ones are taken care of.
So first things first, get a will. If you don't have one, now's the time to get it done. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it does need to be done. And while you're at it, consider setting up a trust. A trust can help you avoid probate, which can be a long and expensive process for your heirs.
And let's not forget about power of attorney. This is a legal document that gives someone you trust the authority to make decisions on your behalf if you are unable to do so. You will want to set up both a financial power of attorney and a healthcare power of attorney so you're covered on all bases.
It's very important. We did this with my parents. They didn't have one and it was a mess.
It's a nightmare.
Something to think about. And of course, another important piece of the puzzle is your advance directive, also known as the living will. This document outlines your wishes for medical care if you're unable to communicate them yourself. It's a tough thing to think about, but it's important to make your wishes known so your loved ones aren't left guessing.
And here's something that often gets overlooked, and that's beneficiary designations. Make sure the beneficiaries on your retirement accounts, life insurance policies, and other financial assets are up to date. You'd be surprised at how many people that we run into that forget to update these on major life events like divorce or a birth of a child and so on.
And lastly, consider sitting down with an estate planning attorney. They can help you navigate the complexities of estate planning and make sure everything is set up correctly. It's worth the investment to make sure that your loved ones are taken care of and that your wishes are carried out. You tired of the fluff and ready to take charge of your next move? Hit that link below, scan the QR code to subscribe, and check out the next video. We're cutting the noise, just real talk and the help that you need. You want to chat? Scan the Dream Home QR code and let's make it happen.
All right, if this video resonated with you, and I'm certain that it did, you'll want to dive into our breakdown of the top 10 downsizing tips for empty nesters. We get into the nitty-gritty on how to declutter, downsize, make your life simpler, cutting straight to the point with insights our generation can appreciate. So, click here somewhere and let's keep that momentum going.
And seriously, don't miss it. We're all about keeping it real and giving you the tools to make the best decisions of your life. Click that link and we'll see you on the other side.
Take care.
Look, nobody wants to think about needing help with basic things like dressing or bathing. Look, nobody wants to... I can't even say it. Okay. Look, nobody wants to think about needing help with the basic things like dressing and bathing. Look, nobody wants to... I don't know, I can't stop it. Okay. Look, nobody wants to think about needing help with the basic things. That's what we should say it. That's being self-employed. You know.
Yeah, I can't wait to retire so I can get that part-time job. I'm a little bit country. And don't forget the power of... And don't forget about power of... And don't forget...
She's right in the microphone. Hi. Hi. Okay, you're good. You're okay. Go sit down.
So click here. I don't know where